Today we'll be trying to get 3 wins with the Sloshing Machine Neo, the more Slayer-oriented kit of the Sloshing Machine. Certainly not a jack of all trades, and you can do less with it than the original kit, where it has Fizzy Bomb and Booyah Bomb. This one comes with point sensors and Zuka. There's some synergy here, where the point sensors can actually spot out Zuka spots if someone's hiding behind a wall. And of course, the main weapon plays somewhat like a blaster, so the point sensors actually do help out there too. Biggest issue with this weapon is that since the nerfs happened, your ink efficiency feels pretty bad. The hitbox and the sloshing speed feel fine even after the nerf. It's just that you're using up so much ink, and if you're not particularly good at hitting direct, it's going to feel a bit awkward, especially if you miss a couple of shots in a fight. Then it's also going to feel awkward because you're having to waste so much ink on just trying to get someone pinned down. And in the way of paint, you're going to be getting, honestly, quite a few Zukas for what it looks like the weapon paint. But it's still not amazing paint. You're really going to want someone else painting for you. It's not to say you can't paint, but it's going to be more of an issue. Either way, the goal is 3 wins, and if we get 3 in a row without any losses, we'll go for a 4th one. See you in the first match. All right, match number 1. We have the Charger this match, so that's going to be good. All of their other weapons are somewhat mid to short ranged, other than the Wellstring, which is a little bit above average on the range scale. So hopefully it's not too terrible. They will probably have a lot of paint, so I'm going to just try to make sure I'm keeping up some paint. Can't paint too much, and especially with your ink efficiency, it's not going to be that great, but every little bit counts, and especially if you're able to poke with chip damage, it is nice just to maybe get some shots off or something like that. Going to attack tower here and back up. We are losing a lot of paint, so I'm going to try to go back for that. I do have Zuka. I want to use it at some point. That didn't hit. It was at point blank range, but it doesn't hit. That is Zuka for you. Sometimes it will just sail over their heads. Sometimes it won't sail over their heads, and sometimes it will just like still get them even though it sailed over their heads. It's weird. Can't always rely on it at close range like that, but sometimes you can. At the very least, your main weapon also has a bit of an arc, so you might be primed to actually aim it correctly. Or at least, the very least, you should be. I am not, but oh well. Go ahead and launch that out there, and you'll be getting a decent amount of Zukas at the very least, as long as you are painting enough. In fact, we'll still keep half a charge from that, even though we got 2 shots out, which is really good. Go ahead and jump back in here. We've got someone chasing our friend, so I'd like to maybe hit some fall-off shots here. And try to use my point sensors to get some location, because, again, they're going to have a lot of paint, so that means we're going to have a harder time actually moving around, which is what this weapon really likes to have, because it doesn't have a sub that can paint for itself. I'm just going to try to maybe play a bit of a skirmisher there, try to get them off of our teammates. However, they're still struggling with the one guy. So unfortunately, they're going to take a bit of a lead here, but it should be okay. All right. Strikes are coming out. We get a wipeout, though. Okay, so looking at our team, I probably want to get in a really good position up front, because I am kind of the Slayer of the match that is going to be a bit more flexible. All right, take you out. Hopefully the ledge will protect me here. I'm just going to try to play this very safe. Jump up, shoot a shot. I'm going to wait for that jump to come in. All right, get an assist. I'm fine with that. Maybe should have moved away from the bomb. Honestly, didn't realize it was there. I heard it, but I did not register that it was there because I didn't see it. So unfortunately, we get hit by that, but it's fine. We'll jump back in. And honestly, probably should go for a quick respawn. But I do like having a lot of run speed for movement. If I can get a direct here, that'll be great. Does look like a little bit of lag is going off, but not too much. All right, just gonna keep painting here. I should be able to get Zuka at some point. We get the guy running at us. It is nice if you can outrange people and they don't have a lot of paint, so they have to still paint and move forward, because they will just kind of run into your shots. Now, I did kind of waste that Zuka, but I think it's fine. We'll take the trade with the other Slayer on the team, so that removes some offensive pressure. We're still not ahead, though, so I probably should have just backed off and saved my life and tried to maybe play a little better. There we go. That's good. Not really sure who's up, though. I'm going to try to get them both marked. I'm going to back up. Yeah, I think it's just going to be a lot more rough because we don't have the best painting weapons, while they have a lot of paint on their team compared to us. Yes, we have a Wellstring as well, but I'm out of ink. That's not good. But our Wellstring is really the only good painting weapon. Everything else is either mediocre or just bad. We don't like this at all. Can't really move around because my feet's just getting painted over. All right, we'll take the trade, I guess. All right, maybe. Oh no, it's the blaster that was up front, unfortunately. Again, it'd be nicer if we had maybe a shooter or something like that, because this is a bit rough. However, this is probably a good map for blasters because of the corners, which can very easily be poked behind. All right, heard a tag go off, so hopefully I can do something here. I just do think a lack of offense is what our team is here. And paint, offense and paint, which is really something that's important. I'm just shooting at the tower wall there, unfortunately, but it's fine. All right, there's a bomb there, so I'm just gonna back off. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these out because it is very perilous, so I need to know where people are at. All right, I'm good. He's just gonna drop. He's hyper focusing on tower. However, there's Zuka just kind of doing weird things again. It also is compounded if there is a bit of lag, because if you shoot where they were, then they are actually probably a bit further away, so it's not gonna count. He's just going to walk towards me again, which is good. And we'll try to do something here, but it's not really working out. I'm going to try to recover some health, not get hit by the bomb too much. And just start, maybe, getting some paint. I don't see us winning this at all. In fact, we don't. But I think we did okay, at the very least for the slaying part. However, maybe we didn't keep up enough paint or use enough of our point sensors to actually help the team out. All right, next match, we're looking at a lot of short-ranged weapons, so that's great for us. Probably the scariest thing is the sharking roller, so we'll have to use our point sensors more if it is on the field. And then the wiper can be very quick and maneuver around our shots easily. I'm going to try to get this guy, lock him out with paint. Since he can't reach me with his horizontal, we'll have to use verticals, which are harder to hit. I would like to get out of this little corner here, though. I want to move around teammates, especially because we do have more paint now. And they will paint our feet if we're fighting together, and we can help out with chip damage as well. I'm going to hold this here. I'm going to throw some point sensors off to the left. Someone is up there. He might drop, so I'm going to try to catch him in the air. Still trying to be very wary about people being on this side. There we go. That should mark him. All right, lots of stuff is going on. I'm going to just try to stay alive. That way I can get Zuka off. Shoot it up there. Maybe get something. Got someone. That's good. And at this point, since we don't really have many of our Slayers forward, I'm just going to kind of throw point sensors and maybe give them a target to go after. Okay, he's trying to hit me. It's fine. I'm actually going to move in with him. Since we can take advantage of our range, the scariest thing we can actually do is walk up if we don't know where they're at. But if we know where they're at, we're perfectly fine to just keep attacking. He actually threw his stamp, which is really good. I can just kind of shoot at tower here and hopefully scare him off, which that did work out. Throw a point sensor there. Gonna throw a point sensor to the left. Gonna back off. You don't do very good at all in close quarters combat, so you do want to try to leverage your range at the very least. Of course, I'm sure there are some people that are really good at hitting the shots up close, but you want to try to give yourself that little bit of extra chance to actually hit people, especially in tight corners. You want to get to a more open area. That way they don't have as many options to actually get to you. So long as your paint is on the map. If your paint's not on the map, then you don't want to do that because then they have more options. But in that particular scenario, we actually had a lot of paint. I still have Zuka here. He might chase the tower. I'm going to try to figure out where he's at. I can actually just reach him here, so I'm going to try to hit him with that. Still got Zuka, so I'm going to wait for the right opportunity. Try to pick someone off at the very least. We got the one weapon. I thought that was the wiper, but apparently it's not. Got him with the direct, which is good. Or roller finishes him off. Not roller, blaster. I'm just going to try to play support here with location. All right, here comes Well. Ooh, this is not a good spot to be in. Should have maybe thrown one off to the right, or at the very least backed up. You can generally assume if they're being pushed back here that they might be trying to jump on that little platform. Just depends on their weapon makeup, but if they're shorter range, they'll have to use that to really get in close. So you can take advantage of that. I'm going to actually try to just attack at range here. Farm Zuka. Maybe use that. Don't like this, but I'm going to just spam paint so they can't rush up to me. Since you can't paint that much, it is harder to stop them, but that's why you try to take a little bit more initiative when you paint. All right, there's Roller. My feet are painted over, so I'll still have to be careful. However, they're not shooting at me, which is great. I'm going to try to skirmish a little bit. Help out my teammates there. And now I think we'll be fine, honestly. Our defense is okay. So as long as we just don't get too greedy, we might even be able to get a few more points here. I'm just going to stay away from the tower. Again, that's why your range is really nice if something doesn't outrange you, because you can kind of just walk away from the tower, and if they're running straight at it, not using their sub weapons or specials, it's very easy to just pick them off. I don't want to be on the tower there, so I'm just gonna wait. If they climb the tower themselves, then that's fine. Really do need to just be shooting though, since I do have that ink refill. I've got someone coming in from the left side, in fact multiple people, so I'm just gonna wait. All right, jump back down. Still not sure where everyone's at, so I might just try to fight you while my teammate is distracting him, and we should maybe eventually take our next win. They were feeding a lot, and that made the match a lot easier. Generally, they'll probably try to shark more if they didn't want to feed, and that's where we would have some issues. All right, match number 3. We are looking at a Rapid Blaster Pro, which is probably the scariest thing, and we are actually facing a ditto of the Sloshing machine on the other side. Another weapon you don't really see that often, so it is weird to run into it when you use this weapon, or use any weapon really. So I do find it actually that interesting. Don't want to die to that. Unfortunately, a well-placed bomb is in the wrong spot. I don't think the Luna has... Okay, it has a little bit of sub-saver, so hopefully it's not just going to be standing there tapping the R button for most of the match. That was a bad jump on my part. I think it'll be fine. Luna really doesn't have many options unless it can throw its bomb. We've already lost 2 people, so we do need to play this slower and just go for Zukas and whatnot. In fact, we might not win this one because we did have a pretty poor start. Try to use my range as an advantage here, because I maybe have a little bit of the high ground, maybe not, actually. Try to catch this guy. He's going to actually go that way, so I'm going to try to hit that over the ledge. Unfortunately, our friend did not see him. He's still alive, though, so I'm going to actually just poke over here. And we're all dead once again, so that's not good. That's not good. I die to the missiles. Our friend runs into the missiles, so that's really not good. We are not very coordinated. I apologize. It's really not something you want to do here. I mean, we have an okay team. Just hopefully we don't feed too much. I think that range blasters, or rapid blaster, is scaring me the most. All right, that should be at the very least a trade. I'm not really sure what we're doing down on the left side. I want to be around them to help them, but I also don't want to put myself in danger of the range blaster. But we've got to try something different or else we're going to lose anyways, so might as well try at the very least. All right, you know what? You want to do the point sensor thing? I can do that too. I have the same weapon. Okay. Oh, that's Luna. So we're going to just back up. And I'm just going to switch to this if they're having fun with that. We don't want to be disadvantaged when we have the chance to actually be similar to them, at the very least in marking capabilities. Try to catch him. Good. Got this guy. Maybe get him. At the very least damage him. Unfortunately, the blaster's just in a bad spot. I was hoping our teammate would stay alive a little longer, but I couldn't really actually expect that, especially because the Luna was already that close. I thought it was the rapid blaster, but it was not. All right. Someone else is down. So I just really need to maybe try to play paint support because we just are not keeping that up as much as I would like. All right, there's Zuka. Stay alive. Yeah, I don't see us winning this, but we're going to try to do our best at practicing defense at the very least for the next match. Throw that into the air. Hopefully that doesn't get sucked up. Maybe. I think it did, though. All right, I've got to recover ink because I am out. Using my shots a little much. Nice. All right, be able to get him. Okay, who is that? Okay, we're still getting tag teamed in our base. That's not good. I feel like we're doing the reverse of last match and just feeding now, so that's not great. I'm trying my best here, but I can't always do that. Yeah, I just don't see that happening. We didn't get ourselves together enough to actually make a force to stop the push. Maybe a couple times at the beginning, but then it all just fell apart. Okay, match number 4. This is another weird one. Double tri-stringer on one team. I guess it's better than having to fight double chargers. Double chargers aren't particularly that good, though. They do like a lot of offense, so maybe we can try to play it the same way as we would if it were double charger. Actually, a little bit better because they can just miss. I'm too far forward there. There were 3 people. I should have backed off and let my teammates maybe take a bit of aggro. I was just kind of stuck in their ink. And since I can't paint that well, it's just not that great. All right, so I'm going to throw this down here. Try to paint my feet and back up. We're going to try to do what we did on the match we won and just paint as much as possible. And maybe we'll get about enough Zukas to do something. Maybe get a push going. Oh, I see you there. Okay, what is that? That is Splatter Shot Pro. Thought I'd add in 2 hits, and I probably did because I was standing in the ring for a long time. Something we really do want to avoid, unless we're trying to be aggressive and chase a kill or something that can't get us. Alright. Just gonna try to be annoying right here, honestly. I don't feel too safe actually pressing, but I do feel safe actually getting behind a corner or something and just blocking them from attacking. I am almost out of ink, so I do want to recover. Have a little bit of downtime. Okay. Not sure where our friend is, so I'm just going to stay. Try to mark him. He did move pretty quick, so that's fine. Nice. Careful. I can back up. He might lag kill me, though. He does not. I can get their charger. Never mind. Predicted where I was going to go, so that's good on his part. All right, we'll jump in here. Back up. Try a couple of point sensors. Try to catch whoever's in that corner, because I do believe I saw someone. And just kind of rain down some shots up here, because that should be, at the very least, easy to get some chip damage with. Something damaged me quite a bit, though, so I do have to play around this carefully. Hold on, but I do have a Zuka. I would like to maybe use it. Very good. Okay, way too close. Ran into the Booyah Bomb. I should have paid attention to where it's going. It did get a range buff, so it does kind of throw me off a bit that it, or not range, but expansion buff, I guess. So it does throw me off a bit that it does go a little longer, but I'm getting more used to it. That was quite a while ago. Unfortunately, we're crossing beams on Killer Whale, which is not good. We don't want to do that. All right, we lost the lead. Hopefully, we can maybe get it back. I think I might be playing too aggressively here. I do want to probably try to stay alive a little bit more. You just walk into those shots, please. Thank you. He was very predictable in his movement, so I was able to punish it. I think the thing I'm freaking out about the most is the stringers. Stringers are just getting on my nerves a little bit, and I'm just feeding because of it. I'm trying to take them out, but then I'm just falling into their trap. All right, 10 seconds left. Nothing really happened. And that's part of the difficult part of fighting double backline teams, is that their defense is actually pretty good. And if you even let them get in control once, it's going to be really hard, especially if you lose that much ground. I think we actually lost a couple of pushes, though, from them. So we did get pushed pretty far back, and it made it pretty difficult, though I was really forward a bunch. I don't know if I was doing that because no one else was forward, and I wanted to try to start something, or if I was just doing it because I wanted to get a kill or something like that. All right, match number 5. We're looking at one backline on the enemy team, which isn't too terribly strong of a backline. It'll have to have teammates for support to actually be doing pretty well. So hopefully, as long as we can outrange the other weapons on the team, we should be able to deal with the jet pretty nicely. But we don't want to put ourselves too far forward. I was doing that last time. We want to avoid that. Try to catch anyone trying to approach our teammates and help out with any kills we can take. Don't really want to go on the right there, actually, because I'm not sure who's looking up there. Okay, I think we're actually safe, so we'll stay down here. He saw me, though, so I'm just going to back up. I think he's going to go up there, so I'm going to throw that point sensor on the right. Lost someone behind. So since they're all pretty much going to be Slayers, we do have to kind of start taking steps back whenever they start a push, because they will start pressing pretty quickly. We're going to play it like a blaster and just try to be predictive with our movements. But Zuka did not do anything of value. I'm fixing to get tag teamed. Hopefully I can at the very least take a trade there. That's fine. If we can get our teammates in, that will be really good too. We're kind of okay on paint. Not really, though. Only decent painting weapon is the 52 gal, which isn't really considered to be a painting weapon, so I might have to do that myself. Okay, that was my bad. Was staying still for too long. Should have been jumping a little more, but our teammates got the cleanup, and now we're actually going to have a lot of space to move around with, so hopefully I can take advantage of that. All right, I think they're wanting me to ride tower, so I'm just going to start painting as much as I can here. Careful. Back up. He's going to try to rush. However, our teammates get the kill, which is very nice. Try to catch this guy. Good. I don't have any paint under my feet, though. We don't have anyone over here, so we need to try to start this push back up. Still not sure where anyone's at, so I'm going to start painting again and trying to locate. All right, so that's someone over here. Going to try to block out his paint. Unfortunately, our teammates did just get too close to try to close in that kill, so we did lose 2 of them. Not great, honestly. Oh, we get the kill there, and we are not down yet. And that's just a mini, so we don't have to worry too much about it. Nice, we get the direct. That didn't really look like a direct, but a game counted it, so I'll take it. All right, have a Zuka once more. We really need to push this a little further, guys. I'm going to signal this way because we're being very passive about what we're doing here, and we don't need to be because we have a very aggressive team, so we need to try to use that to our advantage. I might try to take out the longer ranged opponents, though, because it seems like they are having trouble with that. All right, we'll take the trade. We're still just far behind. I don't know if we are feeding or not. Honestly, I'm not paying that much attention to them. I'm just trying to put pressure, but maybe I need to look behind and see. Maybe get that guy. Hopefully I catch him on the drop. Tried to shoot that out a little early. I'm not sure at what point, especially that close, you would have to shoot your Zuka out to maybe get the kill after it explodes. I think the iframes are just lasting too long. Yeah, we're collapsing again. I'm not really sure what's happening, but we don't need to collapse like this. I'll try to just maybe play paintbot and stay alive as long as possible, but it might not work. And there's Reef Slider. We're not dead yet. However, I probably will be because there's a lot of AoE going off there too. Probably got too close. And we get wiped out. This is really not good. We don't like to see this. I am feeding now too. I'm joining it. Hold on. Just try to stop them as much as possible. All right, we get a wipeout, but that was still pushing. It's still pushing even after everyone was down. That's a little sad, but it's okay. I'm going to work on paint control because we have absolutely none of it. Oh, please don't run too far forward. I know I said we were being passive before, but we don't want to be too over aggressive because then we're just going to get swatted out of the air. I'm going to try to move in with teammates. We still just do not have enough space. Yeah, I shouldn't have rushed them down. I was trying to get something because it worked out the first time, but it didn't work out that time. Our teammate does once more. Yeah, not a great match, honestly. Very unfortunate. I feel like we just played way too passively when we were in control, and when we weren't in control, we just kind of panicked, and it didn't end very well. All right, match number 6. We are fighting a Charger, a mid-range weapon, and then 2 shorter-ranged Slayers, skirmishers, I guess. They can do a lot of things, so we'll maybe try to do this a bit better. I'll try to focus, actually, and maybe play this nicely. All right, we are in some form of control. Hopefully I can get this guy good. Stop the 96 gal. Jump away from the bomb. I'm going to shoot over ledge here since someone else is already on the tower. Try to get some paint there so they do have to paint over their feet. Don't quite know where the Charger's at. It actually is down now, so that's good. Try to mark this guy. See if he's going to drop or not. Not yet. I'm going to save my Zuka for the Charger. Don't want to be just standing out in the middle of nowhere, though. Very nice. That was the Charger, so that's good. I'm going to hold this a little bit longer until I see someone. I don't see anyone, so I'm just going to shoot it out, and we'll get a free kill because of it. That's great. Poke under ledge. That way I can be annoying at the very least. We did lose someone. We are right there, though. Careful. All right, just try to play evasively here, and we will take the win. We really weren't on tower. I'm not sure if it was getting the Booyah Bomb on tower, but I'll take it. Why not? All right, the modes have changed, and we're now in Rainmaker. A lot of shorter range weapons on the enemy team, though we still need to be careful. We're not going to have too much paint. At the very least, we do have an Slosher, but they're also going to be putting out a lot of paint themselves. So maybe we can get this big swig. I'm going to try to mark him. Not quite sure where he went. There he is. I'm not going to try to point a point sensor at him. If I can just get the kill anyways. All right, I'm going to help you out here. Block them from approaching. Either that or I'll just knock them out. All right, stay down here. Just try to paint a path forward for the Rainmaker. Catch anyone trying to move that far away. Thankfully, we got the direct, which is really good. I think there's someone over this way, so I'm going to just try to poke him with some damage. I do believe they outrange us with their strong shots. You might want to back up, bud. I've got something perfect for them, though, if they want to keep pressing. Don't stand too close. All right, there's another thing. I don't mind actually taking the aggro from that because that actually works out really well. We get an assist on the S-Blast. We get another kill. I think there's still someone over there, so I'm going to go ahead and just mark. All right, well, that happened. In fact, we have no one on the board once again, so that's really not good. I don't think I want to jump in because they're probably going to grab that and try to rush it towards the checkpoint, so we need to stop that immediately. Well, actually, they're taking the long path for what it was. They actually had a perfectly painted path over here, but they ignored it, so that's good for us. All right, go ahead and throw point sensors down. Just try to get some location before we actually engage too closely. And try to keep some paint down as well so we can get more Zukas. Maybe. I don't know where he went. I mean, you can just aim at me. That's fine. Try to get my teammate some help there. Very good. Get this popped. I know our friend is spamming this way, but I don't think he understands what's happening. That's part of my issue as I kind of run forward and I'm not really sure what's happening behind, so I don't help out as much as I probably should. All right, that's fine. I think I died to the blaster. Yes, not to the big swing. It doesn't do that much damage up close. Still not jumping in there because our friend was covered in ink and he was also being attacked, so it's not a good spot to jump in. But I will start throwing point sensors once more. We need to keep an eye out on the left for any flanks. That way we can stop them. Ooh, we got her direct. Hopefully that will be finished off. Very good. All right, they're starting to push from this way, though. I don't want to be in front of any bombs, and they're just really spamming a lot of vacuums, which makes sense because that's the type of weapon they are. They get a lot of specials. But as long as we stall those out, we should be good. They're not really playing very coordinatively. I don't know. That's not a word. I don't think it's a word at the very least. But they're not actually pushing in with their vacuums, which is really nice for us. I'm going to try to just stay alive, move around. We're not really getting a lot of damage on the board here, but I am still just trying to maybe be something that has to stop them, or that they'll have to stop for. All right, we've got this guy over here. Try to help out. We do lose the Rainmaker there, but I think we'll be fine. All right, we'll die to that. Probably not the best at either the big swing, but it's fine. He took me by surprise. Not really sure what's happening, so I'm just going to throw more point sensors. Try not to die. I'm letting them get too close because big swigs should not be allowed to get that close. So that's my bad. Boy, they really like to be annoying with their vacuums. Going to stop you from approaching. They still haven't had the first checkpoint though, so as long as we just kind of be annoying and play defense extremely well, we should be fine. Try to get this guy at range, hopefully help my teammate. Teammate takes care of himself, so I'm kind of useless there, unfortunately. Try to clip that guy from far away. We get one person. Not gonna let you get me, sorry. Now, he could have probably closed in for the kill. I'm not quite sure why he didn't actually, because I've been in positions like that where it's just very easily for me to die. But I'm not gonna complain, honestly. He just kind of backed up and started playing more defensively. He may have noticed his teammates dying, so that may have been what his goal was. All right, we've got this guy over here. It's a little too obvious for me, bud. Sorry. Stay away from that big swig, though. They're trying to combo. All right, go ahead and throw that out. Never mind. That would have been nice. I'm going to actually attack from the right side here. That way they have to aim the vacuum in one spot and still take damage from another spot. Did fall down, though, so it wasn't that effective, but I was being shot at, so I'd rather just stay alive, honestly. I don't think they know I'm here, but I don't want to just be in a spot where I die, honestly. I need to get away. We're losing paint rapidly. I don't know where they're at quite that well. There's Zuka just kind of going straight through once more, but I think we'll be fine. Teammate takes the kill. Even if so, they would have had to, or even if not, they would have had to drop the Rainmaker on the pedestal, which would have given us another chance to kind of slow them down. So not a great match, probably one of the worst ones at the very least in the way I played, but oh well, we played defense. All right, there's 3 wins with the Sloshing Machine Neo. Not great, obviously, but we were getting quite a few kills and assists. So I'm happy with that for the most part. Again, I still didn't play great. I was really not good in close quarters combat, which you're really not supposed to be. This is, again, more of a skirmisher, so you want to use it for that instead of just running straight towards someone and feeding, which is what I was doing quite a few times. And a lot of times I was just out of range or out of paint, and it really did not end very well. Either way, hope you enjoyed. If you did, please consider leaving a comment below and maybe even consider subscribing.